At some point, you're gonna have to realize you gotta take the chance and just get it going. Sign up, get the account going, and you're good to go. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Jordan coming back your way with another Twitch Made Easy. I appreciate you guys for stopping back in and again continuing onward with me in this journey. Today we are going to be focusing on getting your Twitch account started, right? So last time you came together, did some introductions, said what's up. Now we're getting into the actual learning process of Twitch. So in order to go ahead and do that, I'm going to go ahead and get my PC screen open up right now and let's jump right into it. So here we are. So I got my PC screen open right now. So what this is right now is www.twitch.tv. In order to go ahead and get your stream going, step one is you gotta sign up with Twitch, right? Again, there are other gaming platforms, but right now Twitch is definitely probably the biggest gaming platform there is. If you want to go ahead and get in here and do your thing, I definitely recommend getting your Twitch started up, right? So what you're gonna do, you're gonna go to twitch.com, and then in the top right over here, you are going to see this sign up button right at the top, right? So let's go ahead and click the sign up button. It doesn't require anything too personal. You're gonna go ahead and put in the username you want to be known for your Twitch, and then below that you're gonna go ahead and do a password, confirm password, enter your date of birth, and then your email address last but not least. Once you go ahead and get all this information filled out, it is going to send an email to your email address for you to authorize, so that way they know it's a legit username and Twitch account being created. Just go ahead and authenticate with the email, and boom, at that point your Twitch account, it's already set up. It is that easy. When it is set up, this is what you should see. So now when you look at the top right, you'll actually see my logo right there indicating that I am signed in. This is my Twitch account. So at that point, the hardest part of this thing is done, right? Getting yourself signed up, because now you have officially created your own Twitch account. You can now get to streaming. So next thing you gotta look at, if you're a console player, are you gonna be streaming from your Xbox or your PlayStation? Let's go ahead and take that path first, right? So if you're gonna be streaming from your Xbox or PlayStation, it's still a very easy process, and this is all you have to do. Let me go ahead and click over my Xbox screen and we'll get this loaded up for you as well. Boom, there it is. We got the Xbox up, set to go. Number one, to get Twitch on your Xbox, you want to go ahead and go to the store, right? Once you're in the store, you go to the search button right there. It's gonna pop up your store right here. You go ahead and type in TWITCH, type in Twitch. At that point, the application is gonna show up right here, and yes, it's free. So you just go ahead and click on that, and at this point, it's gonna go ahead and prompt you for a download to go ahead and put that onto your gaming console, whether you're Xbox or PlayStation. Either way, it'll be the same. For me, it's already installed, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit launch, and this is gonna direct us to the Twitch page right now on the console. So looking here it is. So now this is what you're going to see before you stream. So some basic stuff I want to go ahead and cover real quick before you do your first broadcast, just to make sure again your stream is going to look the best it possibly can, right? So we're gonna go ahead and come up here to the top right, and you're gonna see a little sign in button. I mean, it's a little person with a little head, but so we're gonna go ahead and click that, and then boom, you'll see a code right here. It tells me to go ahead and head to twitch.tv/activate. It can be on your mobile device or computer, it doesn't matter. Once you're on that site, you're gonna go ahead and put that code in that they give you right there. So let me go ahead and just on my end, and then the very first thing that pops up should be activate your device Twitch. So I'm gonna go ahead and click there. It says to go ahead and enter your code. Now on my phone, I actually already am signed on to my Twitch account, so therefore I don't have to sign in again. But if you're not signed in on your smart device, all you have to go ahead and do is just sign in on there, and then when you go ahead and go to the activate process, if you're using your smart device, whether it's laptop or this, when you go through the /activate process, it is still going to have you enter your information and password just for security of your account. There we go. So logging into Twitch account. So right now it's asking me to go ahead and authorize it. I'm trying to connect my Twitch account to my Xbox One, which I am, so I will hit authorize. And then boom, at that point I authorized it. It went ahead and got me onto my Twitch account on my phone, and it also linked up on my account. So if you see up here in the top right, you'll see now again we have my Twitch icon in the top right. So at this point, our Twitch account, step one, right, already done. Step two, we got the Twitch account linked to our Xbox or Sony, whichever one you're using. We have it linked up to our console. Step three, we are already pretty much ready to go. How crazy is that? It took us less than 5 minutes us to go ahead and even get in the position to where we can start our stream. We have broadcast button up here. We'll go ahead and click this broadcast button, and then boom, you're gonna have some menus here, right? Very cool thing with Xbox and Sony, you still have the option of using a camera. So a lot of people are concerned that if they go ahead and do the streaming directly from their console, they're gonna fall a little behind because they don't have as many benefits as PC, which is true. Not as many capabilities, but still a lot of things you can do to get to that point. But starting with this one, you can have a camera, so that's pretty cool. Make sure whichever one you get, it should tell you if it's compatible with Xbox or PlayStation. So make sure you take a look on Amazon, take a look online, see if you can find a camera that's compatible with the console, and you're good to go. What you do, you'll go ahead and plug in the back of your console. At that point, you have this camera position option. You can select that option and it'll ask you if you want to like top left, top middle, top right, middle left, middle right, bottom left, bottom right. You have so many options. Depending on what game you're playing, go ahead and play around with it, mess around, figure out where you want to have yourself positioned in the stream to make sure you're still getting good exposure to the game and the content you're creating, but still also showcasing yourself. Once you're done with that, we're gonna go ahead and come down to the broadcast position bar. This is strictly only for you. Nobody in your stream is going to see this. This is so you can know how long, minutes wise, how long have you been streaming, how many people are currently watching you. Same thing as the camera, you can position it where you want to. Put it in an area where it's not going to be in the way of your game though, right? So like for Call of Duty example, if you're playing some Warzone, I'd probably go ahead and put this in the center bottom because there's really no information I need at that spot in my screen. So therefore I can still see who's watching, I can see how long I've been streaming for, but it's not going to potentially get in the way of me having a good game or playing well, right? So at that point, camera position, broadcast position. Next up, we're looking at the microphone, right? So this is going to go ahead and determine how loud you sound in comparison with the game. I've noticed it's best to keep that microphone at the 100 mark, especially when you're streaming from your console, because most of the time your microphone is going to be the microphone that you're using for your game, right? So when you're talking to your party, when you have your headset on, that's the setup that's going to be used for you delivering the output audio to your viewers. I keep the microphone at 100. I normally put down to about 70 or 80, just so that way your voice still sticks out the most, right? You know, you're the center point, but they can still hear the conversation, they can hear what's going on, they can get the laugh, they can be on the inside joke, right? After that, you also have the game volume. Game volume I usually also turn down to 70 because of the fact it can be very powerful, especially when it's combining the microphone you have that's not the greatest quality yet, right? It's a good mic, but not the greatest quality. If you leave them all 100, the problem you can run into is people are gonna have a hard time hearing you because you have the bullets flying, you got booms popping you, and you got so many things going on in your game, they can't really hear you. So I say go ahead, turn that down to 70. I think that worked best for me. Party chat, you can do 80, 70 as well. If you want to leave it alone, it's completely up to you. And last but not least, bit rate, right? Bit rate is going to determine the quality of stream that your viewers are getting when they tune into you. 6500 is ridiculously high. A lot of individuals who come in might not be able to actually view your stream because the bit rates are so high. So what I'd recommend is turn this bad boy down. My friend, who's a great streamer, she recommended I go somewhere between 2500 and 3500. So I like to go for happy medium. Actually, I go for 35. I think 35 is respectable because at that point, you're still pushing out a great quality video, and individuals who are coming in, whether it's their computer, whether it's their phone, they're not going to have an issue with the quality being too high, and they can still watch your stream, which is very important, right? Making sure you have as much exposure as possible. So I go ahead and do that at 3500. And then stream resolution, I didn't really have much lag with the 1080p. So at first I did kind of go that direction, and the quality was good, but there was still just a very slight lag. So I went down to 720p, and at that point I noticed the quality was still pretty dang good and absolutely no lag. Great stream. That's the route I went. So I'd recommend go ahead and do 720. At that point though, you are already set to go. You have your camera, your broadcast, you got your microphone, party chat, game, bitrate all set up, resolution's good to go. The last thing you gotta do is go ahead and type in your title, which is right here below the let's get everything ready. Go ahead and type a unique title, make it fun, make it creative, right? People who are scrolling through Twitch, as corny as it may be, having a unique or funny or creative title, push them to go ahead and hop in your channel over somebody else's, right? So make it unique to you, make it fun. Once you go ahead and get that set up, you can go ahead and click start streaming, and at that point, boom, you're doing it. You're already streaming. Once you go ahead and hit that start stream, you're gonna have that broadcast bar open up, but first you do have to push the home button, right? Let's say you're playing Call of Duty. You have to go ahead and hop into Call of Duty, and once you hop into Call of Duty, at that point Twitch will grab the data that you're actually playing a game now, and they will go ahead and broadcast that game. So it's very important that once you hit start broadcasting, you do have to hop into a game. At that point, you're doing great. You are officially officially a streamer and this is day one of your journey. All these steps, I know I was doing it through an Xbox, but just know if you're going through PlayStation, it's going to be the exact same thing. And if you're going to PC, it's actually going to be a little different. Some we'll talk about at a later time. Quick tips I have for you before we go ahead and call it a wrap up for this week's video. If you want to go ahead and broadcast yourself, streaming alone, I don't think it's going to be good enough, right? You need to make sure you're getting your brand out there. You need to make sure you're doing what you can to create a community. Some social media tips. I do recommend Twitter. Twitter is super big in the stream right now. So if you're a new streamer, get yourself a Twitter. There's a bunch of hashtags you can do, like support small streamers community, just hashtag small streamer. There's a lot of ways you can get exposed into Twitter where people will follow you. You can even follow them back. You can go ahead and start getting your community that way. But make sure you're putting yourself out there so people know who you are. What are you about? Go on your Twitch profile. You know, there's a little section right here. Let me go ahead and get this open back up here. Right over here. There's a section. You click here. You go to your channel. Once you hit your channel, you're going to scroll down a little bit and it's going to say customize your channel. Definitely customize. Take the time. Go through those settings. Make sure you edit your profile picture. So again, it's unique to you. You can have a nice little header, which you can't see mine because this thing's in the way. But you know, it has my social media. It has like the JFlans. It tells you where it's at. And then you can also come to the About Me. Definitely go to your About section. And then these right here are panels. You can edit panels. You can go to a bunch of places and get free panels. You can go to Owned. I think they actually sell theirs though. Just look up Twitch panels. There's a bunch of ways you can get some. If you come to edit, it's just as simple as adding an image. So when you go ahead and get your panels, you add the image, you put the description in, and then when you're done, get off of that. But make sure you have the About Me. Let them know who you are. Let them know what you are about. You have chat rules. Keep it respectable. Keep it light. Have fun. You have the donate option. So if someone wants to support you and help get your stream to the next level, definitely have that donate button. You never know when someone's willing to donate to help you out. It can come out of nowhere. Create a schedule. Consistency is key. Let them know when you plan to be on, so that way when that time comes, they expect you to be on and you can maximize your viewing audience. Last but not least, social media. We were talking about that, right? Twitter is going to be key. Instagram is good. Upload your highlights, cool stuff like that. You can also have a Facebook for yourself if you want to. One of the ones I've noticed that have been the most successful for me is I actually created a TikTok and I uploaded my very first video about a week ago, and within a 24-hour period I had over 400 views. Like 400 views in 24 hours. I mean, you want to talk about getting your name out there, that's definitely the way to go. TikTok was definitely the most successful one for me, and it was awesome to get to see that result in less than 24 hours. So I recommend TikTok, recommend a Facebook, recommend a Twitter, recommend an Instagram, and on top of that, go ahead and create yourself a little YouTube channel as well. The more you get yourself out there, the more you get yourself known, the better you will be, I promise. Alright, so that's pretty much going to take care of it for this week. I appreciate y'all for stopping back in at Twitch Made Easy. This week was all about getting yourself signed up, getting yourself set to go on your console. At this point, you're already set to stream, and I'm super excited. Can't wait to see your streams. Be sure you tune back in next week. We're going to talk about a bunch of other cool stuff coming your way. This is really just the beginning of all the great stuff I have coming your way. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, concerns, be sure to leave a comment down below in the comment section. If not, as always, like, subscribe, and we'll go ahead and keep this thing going. Again, appreciate y'all so much for being here. Have a great day. Take it easy.